York City, Paris, Salzburg, Madrid, Chicago, to name a few. In all these places and many more, she performed for hundreds of people. We hope she agrees there's no place like home. Please rise as she sings and start singing.
Are we ready? All right. Okay. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much. The Kiwanis are selling food in the alley in the center of the block over there. They have hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, pop, water. And Mama Lisa's has funnel cakes, snow cones, anything to cool off with. And Pat Militich will now tell you about the Lewis family and the fountain's history. Oh, she's here too.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to tell you a little bit about how we came to have our fountain. In 1940, John Q. and Josephine Lewis decided to construct this fountain on this particular site in memory of their daughter. She was just 4 years old when she died of scarlet fever. This spot was chosen because she liked to play here, and the Lewis family just lived across the street on the east side of the square. Mrs. Lewis was born in Sigourney, and Mr. Lewis moved to South English in the early 1850s. They were married in South English, but eventually came to Sigourney in 1877, where Mr. Lewis started a harness business. Mr. Lewis continued in that business until he retired in 1900. At that time, he owned several properties in the city. Mrs. Lewis was noted as a gifted artist. Her paintings were considered remarkable and outstanding. And she was known for her beautiful hand-painted china collection. She was very well read and was a member of many community clubs. There are 5 fountains in the United States like our Lewis Memorial Fountain. The 3 tiers are concrete and were built in 2 months' time. The 3 tiers represent earth, man, and heaven. In 1940, it took just over 40 minutes for the different formations to complete its cycle. It was remembered that the amber-colored lights were there in memory of Ethel's golden hair. At the dedication in 1940, the following words were given by Mrs. Lewis. And she says, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." It is a trite saying, but very appropriate for this occasion. Here, a person with an artistic appreciation may enjoy watching the spray of the fountain wafted by the breeze this way and that, to the delight of the eye, and see its shaft broken by the storm, and in the quiet moments see the spray reflected by the sun and the illuminating lights become small particles of gold and silver, and the globules of water following upon the pool beneath make tiny splashes of opals, pearls, and sparkling diamonds. Here the weary may find rest and comfort, and also may those in a more serious mood find a spiritual rest and comfort. I hereby formally dedicate this beautiful, illuminated fountain for the use and pleasure and enjoyment of all the people of Sigourney and Keokuk County, and to all those who may sojourn here. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Please join us now with Catherine and members of the Sigourney Community Chorus, led by Mary Williams, as they sing America the Beautiful.
I'd like to share with you that we have some very fine people from our community up here. They're making up our community choir. I'd like to say thanks to them, and I want to say a special thanks to Kathy for being with us tonight. Her home is in Salzburg, Austria. Right now she is rehearsing in Chicago for a performance of Figaro. So we're very, very fortunate to have her with us. Let's give all of them a hand. We are going to sing America the Beautiful, and Kathy will be our featured soloist. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for ample waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrims' feet, who stand in passion stress, a thoroughfare for freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, but bend thine every foot, confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in love. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years, thine alabaster cities gleam amid my Roman tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Thank you very much. That was beautiful. Everyone, I want you to know that Mr. and Mrs. Lewis are sitting on the east side of the fountain on the sidewalk if you'd like to come up and share your experiences. I had one just told to me just a short time ago. It was kind of amusing, but I don't know if he would want me to tell you about it. Right now, I would like to introduce Don Northrup, Director of Public Works. Donnie knows more about the ups and downs of this fountain than anyone I know. He has spent hours and hours researching and finding solutions to the problem we have encountered on our journey to restore the fountain. He will now give us an update on what has been done so far.
I'll give you a brief update of what the committee has done so far to this point. One of the things they looked at was the concrete. It had not been touched up for 75 years. We had an awfully hard time finding somebody that would work on this fountain. I called numerous companies. Nobody wanted anything to do with it. They were afraid that they may damage it. Finally, through Mark Seeley, we come up with a gentleman from Des Moines, Ken Kaiser of Kaiser Restoration. His crew spent numerous hours down here taking the 75 years of deposits off by hand. They cleaned up the concrete, they sealed it up, and then they give it a paint job. The next thing that we looked at was the control system. And as everybody's probably seen already, the manifold that's there by the control panel, that was down in that hole for 75 years. That was the original manifold. There have been parts done to it, things made, but eventually everything does wear out. So we had Jetco Incorporated from Altoona come, and they put electric solenoids and a computer system in it. There's so many things we can do with this. The pattern that's on there now is, to our knowledge, what was there in 1940. The only difference being is we can speed it up or we can slow it down. The original pattern was 40 minutes long, and I think right now we've moved it up to 15 minutes. And when we first put it in, we actually played with it, and in that 40 minutes, there are 50 movements. So we've got 50 movements in 15 minutes now, and it goes a little quicker. But like I said, when we first started it up, we were playing with it, and we had 50 movements in 1 minute. And it was kind of comical to sit there and watch that thing move that quick, but it kind of made you dizzy, so we changed it to 15 minutes. So that's where we're at on that. And like I said, like the mayor said, the manifold is going to be going to the Historical Society. Tony Pitch from Sigourney Body and Kenny Cronk from Hayesville cleaned it all up and made it look pretty nice. So it'll be going to the Historical Society. And I think Mr. Lewis is going to make a table for it to make it rest on. So you have to go there and take a look at that. Both of the pumps in the pit were overhauled and rebuilt by Northway Pump and Well out of Marion. Atwood Electric rebuilt one of the electric motors, provided us with a new one. And Andy Snakenberg of Snakenberg Welding pretty much fabricated all of our custom parts down in that pit. We had him up here for several hours, and he designed things and welded things to hold everything together. What's coming up for the fountain? The committee is looking into a new fence, something a little bit more decorative and a little more security to try to keep people out. That's kind of hard, but we're looking into something like that. We need to look at the lights. We're talking with Joe Ivan and Norm Atwood now on some new lights for it. And we're going to be doing some concrete work underneath the benches so we're not sitting in grass and mud. So that's some stuff that we're going to be looking at next year. And it takes a lot of time and a lot of hours to take care of the fountain. And besides myself, there's Brent Gilliland, there's Randy Hensley, Doug Landon, and Logan Northup. We all spend a lot of time taking care of this fountain. We try to treat it like a swimming pool, balance the water, vacuum it to make it look nice. And if I could ask everybody just one thing, please don't throw anything into it. It just makes it that much harder to keep clean. So enjoy yourselves, come often, and have a good time.
Thank you, Donnie. As Donnie said, there are several things we need yet to do to the fountain. And we have reached $100,000 in donations, where our goal is $150,000. That would do the rest of the work to it and give us some maintenance. It costs about $7,000 a year to have the fountain running. So it's not free, but it's beautiful and we all love it. Now we'll have an expert from the 1940 dedication read by Ed Conrad.
The excerpt that originally read by Judge Dewey in 1940. And at this time, we were just coming out of the Great Depression, and the United States hadn't entered into the fighting in World War II, although the war was raging in Europe. This is a meeting of peace. We can, for the moment, put aside thoughts of war and of politics and the active affairs of life and turn our full attention to the thoughts of peace and quiet entertainment. Man has taken these hidden treasures, sand, clay, mineral, and water, that we tread unheeded underfoot every day, and by his genius and labor has created this beautiful sheath of water, which becomes, by applied lights and power, a veritable bouquet of diamonds, rubies, emeralds, and pearls, leaping toward heaven in streams and spray. It is especially fitting that the memorial should be a fountain. The primary meaning of a fountain is a flow of water from the earth, a bubbling spring. The fountain represents and expresses many thoughts. One of them is continuation. Like the mountains, the sea, and the enduring stars, it persists. It is from everlasting to everlasting. Men may come and men may go, but the bubbling spring continues to furnish water to the beasts of the field and the birds of the air and to the weary pilgrim. Come often to the fountain. May it be a source of joy and happiness to all.
Thank you, Ed. Julie Crum will read this evening's closing remarks.
We want to thank you all again for coming and celebrating the Lewis Memorial Fountain's 75th birthday. Thank you for your assistance with getting the fountain to this point, and we hope we see this crowd back for the 100th birthday celebration. With that thought, we want you to remember that the fountain is up and running, and there are several additional projects that need to be completed. The fountain needs to establish a maintenance fund to keep it up and running. We still need your help. If you haven't done so, please stop by the table west of the fountain. We're taking donations today to help to ensure that we can continue to enjoy this magical icon, and our future generations will also enjoy it. It was estimated that between 2,000 and 3,000 people gathered to see the fountain dedication in 1940. Today, we try to do many of the things they did then. Thank you so much for being here today. The fountain has been the source of so many memories for hundreds and hundreds of people for the past 75 years. And the Fountain Fundraising Committee sincerely thanks all of you who have helped in any way to make this event successful. Your support in all the other events that we have held in an effort to get our beautiful fountain running again is much appreciated. Thank you in advance for continuing to support the future efforts that will keep this fountain alive and everlasting. May this bubbling spring continue to offer comfort and happiness to all who visit this special place, as Mrs. Lewis desired in the dedication, or at the dedication in 1940. We are now going to have a benediction by Father Charles. And after that, we will sing God Bless America as they did in 1940. Father Charles?
I'd like to invite you to bow your heads for prayer. Loving God, in the beginning of creation, you made the waters above the earth and below the earth. May we enjoy this fountain, a source from where all waters flow for us, that we may enjoy this gift, this memorial in our county seat of Sigourney, Iowa, in Keokuk County. May we enjoy the many efforts of those who have worked hard to bring this fountain back to life, and may we appreciate the founding family, the Lewises, in memory of their daughter, for the gift they have given to us. We truly appreciate the work and the continued ongoing efforts to make this fountain a source of joy and a place of pride in our community. And may our endeavors to keep it functioning and flowing bring life to all who look upon it. We make this prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Kathy has a beautiful voice, and we want her to share it with us tonight. So she's going to sing God Bless America by herself, and then I'm going to come back in with the guitar. And when I do, I'm going to say, everybody sing. And I want all of you to sing with us, the choir, Kathy and I, and all of you on God Bless America. But let's listen to Kathy first.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
God Bless America was written in 1940, and so it is the same age as our fountain. It's 75 years old. So let's all sing it together.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Let's sing happy birthday to our fountain. I think we can all do that. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rose Memorial Fountain. Happy birthday to you.
I need to announce the winner of the cake decorating contest. I haven't seen her here tonight. Hopefully she's here. If you see her, the winner of the cake decorating contest was Anna Clark. She created the favorite decorated cake. And the cake is ready to cut. It's cut and ready to be served at the SADAC office. And right now, Donnie Northup is going to turn on the fountain and light it up. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Lewis is. Thank you for coming, Mr. Lewis. You're looking spry.
I want to thank Father Charles for the benediction, and I want to thank all of you for coming. I think we had a good celebration. I want to thank the Sigourney Choir and Catherine Goldner, I know she drove a long way to get here, and I really appreciate it. But home is home. Thank you, everybody. Go have some cake and let's finish this party.